Well, what's up, guys, and how is everybody doing out there? If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping in, checking out the channel. Consider subscribing. Hey, guys, I'm going to tell you a story that happened to me. This happened a couple months ago, but I wanted to share it. Before I begin the story, a little bit about myself. If you're not aware of it, and I know a lot of subscribers are, I retired from the Department of Corrections. That's right, the Department of Corrections. We babysit it, I guess you could say. Your nightmares. The things that go bump in the night, right? When you watch the news at night and you see all the criminals and the crimes that are going on, well, when they catch them, they got to lock them up, and we got to watch them. Working there from day one till the day I retired, you always had to be on the defense. Right? You never knew what was going to happen. Most of the time, nothing happened. But there could always be that one time something happened. You always had to be on the defense. Even when I wasn't working, I was still on the defense. You never knew who you're going to run into in public, right? So when you retire from there, when I retired, it was one of those things. It's like, you know what? Thank God I don't have to have that feeling anymore. Always being on the defensive. Wonder if somebody is going to come at me. Wonder if somebody is going to try to fight me or something. You never knew. Moved to the Philippines here, and it's like, all right, now I'm as far away as I can possibly be from even being on the street and running into somebody. So you take that, and it's still there. Until you've been in a situation, until you've had to deal with something like that day in and day out, it's still there. It's like in you. But you can take that and put it in the back of your mind and kind of hold it back there. You don't have to worry about it. When you get into the YouTube business, and yes, it's a YouTube business, you're always going to get people that just don't like you, just for some reason. I can deal with, oh, your hair is stupid. Oh, you're wearing sunglasses inside. You look dumb. You smell, well, they can't smell me. You talk dumb, right? You can deal with that. It's just name calling, kindergarten stuff. But you're always going to get some that are just, I don't know why, they hate. And I always said, if you don't like a channel, you want to get even with them, you don't watch your channel, you don't watch their videos. But you always get that. And I've dealt with it for years and whatever. Most of the time, block. Most of the time, stop from making comments. I've got a cell phone full of screenshots of people threatening me. You just get used to it, right? And it didn't bother me. But you know what? It seemed like, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago or so, it started bothering me. We know where you live. We see your car in your driveway. You drive a gray car. We see Mad Max in your driveway. We know where you live. And, I don't know, it just started bothering me. So it was like I would get up, and I don't hide where I go to eat for breakfast. I don't hide where I go. You guys see it. You guys know me, what I do, what I look like. I do know there are quite a few subscribers I met. I know who you are, and I spoke to you, and very good people. But people that leave comments, I don't know you guys, but you know me. So I started getting that feeling back, like, man, now I got to keep watching my back. Watch my back. Watch my back. Who am I going to run into? Who's going to try to challenge me? When is one of these keyboard warriors actually going to confront me and want to fight me? I did that for a living. I don't want to do it no more. And if you can remember, I don't know, it was probably before Christmas, I encountered a gentleman, an expat, walking down the street with a stick, and he made some comment at me. And first thing going through my mind is, hey, here he is. Here's one of these guys. Here's one of these guys. They want to confront me. But I did later find out that that gentleman does have some, I think, psychological issues. So yeah, like I said, and every day there, it's like, all right, who am I going to run into? Do I have to defend myself? So let's get into the story. So this was around Christmas time. I'm walking up the street, filming, videoing. I get up by Envy's and I see Mars, who's a Filipino YouTube vlogger here. And I walk, hey, Mars, how you doing? And he's like, hey, I want to wish all your subscribers a Merry Christmas. And he was friendly and everything. But I noticed to the left, sitting back, there was a gentleman. He kind of like had his face hidden. And I could see he was making gestures and verbally saying things my way. And I'm like, whatever, who cares? Got done talking with him, headed up the street, finished up my vlog, came back, and a buddy of mine was sitting there. And he said, yeah, he goes, you know that dude that was sitting there? I'm like, yeah. He goes, oh man, he was saying all this crap about you and this and that and da-da-da-da, and going on. So I said, well, where is he? Did he leave? Where's he at? And he said, no, he pointed over and he's over there smoking a cigarette. So I walked over there and walked up to him and I said, hey, buddy, if you're on the video, I have no problem taking you out. I've done that to people in the past. And guys, if you do see me out and about and you say, hey, Philly, I don't want to be in your video, tell me on the spot, because once I uploaded it and it goes up on the YouTube, I would have had to pull the whole video down. I would have to re-edit it. So if you see me out there and just say, hey, Philly, look, cut me out. Like, I've done it before. So I tell the gentleman, listen, if you're in it, I'll cut you out. No problem. I've done it in the past. I'll do it for you. No big deal. Friendly. I was friendly to him, nice to him, talked to him with respect. He looks at me. F you, you MFer. I won't say it because YouTube might get mad for swearing because nobody swears. I'm like, whoa, relax, dude. Relax, I told you I would remove you. F you. You're lucky I don't smash that effing camera in your face. Whoa, relax. I'm going to smash a camera in your face. And the guy was just going on and like yelling and screaming. Like, dude, relax. So Lutten, my wife, my Filipino wife, Lut, tells him, hey, buddy, relax, He said he'd take you out of it. He looks at her and says, F you, shut your effing mouth. Like, what? I don't know about you guys, but me, I'll defend my wife. I'll defend my family. Now I'm like, okay, this guy wants to get into it. So I take a defensive stand. I'm standing back and I'm like, this guy kept going on and F you and F you. And I'm like, and now I can see people up at Envy were looking because this guy's yelling. I could see they're all looking. So I'm like, all right. And he's going on, I'll smash your camera in your face and this and that. I'm like, all right. So now I'm thinking, well, here it is. Here's one of these guys that likes to talk behind a keyboard. Now he's here. All right. So I'm like, all right. I took my glasses off. I took my hat off. I had my bag around my waist. I took that off and handed it to Lut. Now I'm thinking, all right, let's go. And I'm also thinking, all right, maybe we're going to go to police station 4. I'm going to get into a fight here, and I'm going to find out what happens at police station 4. Meanwhile, this guy, he's just going on, fuck you, F you. Oop, I said it. Anyways, he's going on. And I'm standing there, I'm like, dude, what is your problem? And then I'm thinking to myself, all right, some guys will back down. I've learned working in corrections. If you, I don't know if you stoop down to their level or you raise your voice up to their level, then they'll back down. So now I'm starting to get pissed because he kept telling Lut, shut your effing mouth, F you. I'm getting pissed. I'm like, I'm raising my voice. And I'm telling him, look, you want to dance, let's dance. I was eyeing him up and down. I'm like, he ain't that big. I could probably take this dude, you know what I mean? Element of surprise. So now we're yelling. Now everybody within ear distance at Envy can hear what's going on. I'm going to knock you out and this and that. I'm like, all right. Yes, I took the first move. I shoved him. Like, I'm going to shove him, see what he does. So I shove him. He comes up and now he's pointing his finger in my face. F you, F you. Now I'm just raging. I'm like, I don't care. We'll go to police station 4. We'll do what we got to do. We'll handle this. First of all, he insulted a Filipino, so you're wrong in that, all right? So anyways, now I'm raging. I'm mad, all right? I can see in my mind his jaw was like going in slow motion. Yeah, right? It was like slow motion. I'm thinking, I'm going to whale this dude, right? I'm going to shut his trap. So I cock back, like Roman Reigns, right? Nah, over-exaggerating. I cock back, get all my weight, getting ready to go at him. And I'm coming in, right? And I'm aiming right for that jaw. All of a sudden, Look jumps up, wraps both her arms around my arm, right? So she's slowing down the momentum. And this thing now is coming in slow motion. All my weight and everything's coming in slow motion, right? The guy sees it. He jumps back, runs around the side, and hides behind these bikes, these motorbikes that are parked there. Next thing you know, I feel all these guys around me. It's a tourist police. One guy, he was a big dude too. They're like, calm down, calm down. They're like, Philly, calm down. Calm down. You don't want to go to police station 4. It's Christmas time. You don't want to go there. And I'm like, I'm looking at these guys. My issue wasn't with them. My issue was with this guy running his mouth and insulting my wife, right? So they kind of escort me in front of MBs, and then they take me down between MBs and Phillies, and I'm like, I'm all right, guys, I'm all right, They're like, yeah, Philly, relax, So meanwhile, this all gets done. And like I said, people at MBs are watching. If they're within ear distance, they are seeing it. People are going to sit and watch. And I'm thinking, these people, some of these people know me. What's Philly going to do? Is he going to back down when somebody screams and yells at him? What's he going to do? So I go home. My buddy sends me a message. Hey, I was down at police station 4. I go, yeah? What are you down there for? I goes, well, he goes, I seen the whole thing. He goes, that guy came up. He was the aggressor. He was screaming and yelling and threatening you. So I went down to police station 4. I was going to give a witness statement. I said, all right. What happened? He said, well, I got down there and said I want to do a witness statement. I looked at him and said, what are you talking about? They looked at my buddy. I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, oh, there was an altercation up at Envy's. I want to do a witness statement. I didn't know what he was talking about. So they got on the phone or walkie or whatever, back and forth. Looked at my buddy. They said, case closed. There wasn't even a case. Nothing, right? So then about a week later, walking down the street, this guy's at Kokomo's. This guy that encountered me came at me, right? He comes down. I'm like, oh, boy, all right. Guess you want to go for round 2. I apologize. I was wrong. I didn't realize so many people knew you around here. And I looked at him. I said, you got to watch. I said, were you drinking? Yeah, I was drinking, and, I shouldn't have done that. He goes, I'm sorry for getting verbal with you and threatening you and this and that. And I accepted his apology. He came up and he apologized, and I'm like, yeah, But I told him, I said, you got to watch, You don't know who you're going to get into an altercation with. I later found out this same gentleman, evidently, he comes here quite a bit throughout the years and drinks, has a good time, gets some lady friends, participates in the scene around here. And, oh, guess what? He's married. He probably didn't want to be seen on camera because he was married. Guys, I'm going to tell you this again, and I've said it before. A public street, a public place, You can be filmed, and you can be photographed. You can get a picture. People can take pictures of you. People can film you video. Nobody's breaking the law. Even establishments that allow the public to come into, you can be filmed and you can be taking a photo in there. Now, some places do have signs that say no video or no photography. Even though it is a public place and they do allow public into it, if they request it, you don't do it. I don't do it. However, in public, it's open game. If you don't believe me, I did a video about it. Spoke to an attorney in depth about the whole entire thing. People like to scream, well, I don't give you permission and this and that. Well, if you're in public, you don't need the person filming or taking a video or taking a picture does not need your permission. Now, if they solely focus on you, then yes. But they don't need your permission. What am I supposed to do? Walk around all the time going, hey, you mind if you're on my video? Mind if you're... They don't need your permission, guys. This is 2023, social media, videos, photography. It's out there. You cannot get away from it. It's just there. But yeah, that's what happened. I figured I'd share that with you. Could I have handled it differently? Yeah, but you know what? I looked at it this way. I was kind of wanting to do the right thing by telling him, listen, dude, if you're on it, I'll take you off. And he got confrontation with me, threatened Lut. When he threatened Lut, that was it. Game over. Just some of the things you got to deal with. It happens. But I've just come to the realization, you know what? I have yet, except for that one time, well, 2 times with that other dude, everybody I run into lives here, vacations here, whatever. When they see me, hey, Philly, how you doing? How you doing? Nice to meet you. Great talking with you. Even people that live here. Are there people here that don't like me? Probably. They may not. But it's just life. Not everybody is going to like everybody. And like I said, the best way to get back at somebody you don't like, especially on YouTube, just don't watch their show. And it's funny because some of these people that don't like me, well, they seem to know every video I do, right? So anyways, guys, I figured I would share that with you. 99.9% of the time, I'm not a drinker. I don't drink. My head is clear. My mind is open. But alcohol can do funny things, right? Alcohol can get you in a lot of trouble. Or you can have a lot of fun. When I'm drinking, I like to have fun. I like to laugh. I like to have a good time. I'm not there to fight anybody. Don't want to. Not my thing. I did it. I retired from that. I don't want to do it. We used to always say, you know what, unless you're paying me to fight, I'm not going to fight. In other words, when I worked in the prison, I was getting paid. You don't pay me to fight. All right, if I got to fight, I'm going to fight. I grew up fighting. I had 4 brothers. We would get into it. Like you would not believe. Not only that, we would defend ourselves on the streets too. So anyways, guys, I figured I'd share that story. Like I said, that was back around Christmas time. So anyways, guys, try not to get into altercations if you're drinking. It can happen. Most of the time, it's going to be with expats. I've said it before. It's going to be with other expats. Most Filipino people are not confrontational. They're not going to come at you. They're not going to scream at you. They're not going to, get wanting to fight you. The Filipino people aren't like that. It's the expats that you will encounter here. You know what? And today I was thinking, you know what? If all Filipinos spoke English, like English was the national language here. Yes, they do know it. Yes, they do speak it. But if it was the national language here, I'll tell you right now, I'd probably be out in the middle of a province somewhere, away from expats, right? just enjoy my life with Filipinos. But guys, I'm telling you, when you get out in the middle of the province and you're the only foreigner out there and you and your wife are the only ones speaking English, it can get tough on you. It can wear you down. But yeah, I'd be out in the middle of nowhere. So anyways, guys, with that being said, just keep yourself safe. Use your head. Most of the times, if you do have a confrontation with another expat, just walk away or talk calmly. I've learned a lot of times if you just kind of talk calmly and they're not drinking, you can resolve an issue. But if somebody's drinking, those, the beer muscles come out. So, all right, guys, with that, we will talk to you later.